A new book says struggles in marriage are not only inevitable, but they also give us a chance to become a saint. Dr. Edward Shree and his wife Beth co-wrote The Good, the Messy, and the Beautiful, the Joys and Struggles of Real Married Life. The book offers advice on faith-filled responses on what to do when reality strikes, as it does in every marriage. And we go now to Dr. Edward Shree, co-author of The Good, the Messy, and the Beautiful. Dr. Shree, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it. Can you talk to us a little bit more about your book and what inspired you and your wife to write it?
You know, we do a lot of work with Focus missionaries and just young couples all around the country. And we meet these people that they love Jesus. Their Catholic faith's important to them. They pray, they do holy hours, and then they get in their marriages and they realize, wow, this is a lot harder than we ever realized. We love our faith. We love the Christian teachings on marriage. Why is it so challenging? And we just laugh saying, welcome to the club. If you're experiencing struggles, that means the sacrament is working. It's giving you the chance to grow and change your heart to become more like Jesus. And he uses the struggles to help us become more like him. And I think that's why we wanted to write the book, is on one hand to offer encouragement, but also to offer something that was looking at marriage from a deeper spiritual perspective. There's a lot of good kind of more self-help kind of books that are out there on practical skills, on communication and all, and there's a lot of theology on marriage, but there wasn't as much really getting at the heart of the spirituality of God meeting us in those difficulties, those low moments that we all have in married life.
Yeah, I think it's so important. I know you say in the book that it's okay, to remember the feelings that, you first had when you met your spouse, but also it really is more important to live in the present, in the here and now. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, that it's actually more important to even look forward, that God wants to take our love on a journey. One of the analogies we use is something Pope Benedict once said about the wedding at Cana. He says that love that brings a husband and wife together originally when you fell in love and you get engaged, that's like that first wine at Cana. It's good, it tastes great, but it runs out. It's not going to last. Jesus has to step into that lack and then create the good wine that goes the distance. And he does the same in our married life. So we fall in love, we want to be together, and we just can't wait for our married life. And it starts off really great, but eventually that initial love was good, but it wasn't enough. God wants to take our love on a journey. He's always inviting it to go deeper. So we grow in generosity, we grow in forgiveness, we grow in patience. And that's all a part of the process of him working on our hearts in married life. And so too often I think we hear couples say, I just want to go back to the way it was before. That's looking backwards, and that love wasn't as good as it could be. He wants to create the good wine of marriage. How do we enter into that? Through the little struggles and meeting Jesus in them, so he can transform that initial love to the deeper love that goes the distance.
Yeah, I love that so much. Another thing you talk about as well is the difference between self-care and also being selfish. Explain that to us.
It's important in married life that you have time to take care of yourself. And there's a lot of talk about self-care today, but we want to be careful it doesn't fall into a certain selfishness. So, for example, it's good that my wife takes time to pray every day. She needs to do that. It's good that she takes time just to, go for a walk, get some exercise. And as a husband, I want to create that space for her to take good care of herself, because then the more she's taking care of herself, she can give more to God, give more to me, give more to the kids. And so whatever, the popular self-care tends to go inward. It's more about, well, I need this and I demand this and I have this interest and I have this dream and so I should be able to do this. It tends to go into a little more selfishness. And we talk about how we want to be careful. It's important that we, especially a picture of mom having a baby, and she needs a lot of care. And the husband has to ratchet it up and give more attention and care in those months after a baby than normal even. But we're doing that not because she's just, I just want to go to my favorite concert, or I want to just go, do my own little thing and live my own little dream. No. That's not what it's about. It's about caring for our spouse and caring for ourselves so we can give the best of ourselves to God and to our vocation. If it's always outward looking, then self-care is really good. When it's more inward looking, about just pursuing what's interesting and comfortable for me, that's not what Jesus would be calling us to.
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but can you tell us really quickly, if folks would like to get a copy of the book, how can they do so?
They can find it on Amazon. They can go to ascensionpress.com. Also free videos of my wife and I talking about the book at Ascension Presents as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Shree. Great to have you on, and congratulations on the book.
Thanks so much. God bless.